Welcome to EcoFam. It is my profound privilege to guide you on a journey into the intricate tapestry of our planet. We embark today on an exploration of environmental science, a field that draws its wisdom from a multitude of disciplines: biology, chemistry, geology, physics, and even the social sciences. It is a holistic endeavor, seeking to understand the complex machinery of Earth's systems, the air we breathe, the water that sustains us, the land beneath our feet, and the myriad forms of life that share this remarkable world. It is a study of connections, of how these grand systems operate, and crucially, how our own species interacts with and indeed influences them. Our exploration will illuminate the fundamental principles that govern our planet's delicate balance. We will delve into the profound concept of interconnectedness, where every component, no matter how small or seemingly insignificant, plays a vital role in the greater whole. A change in one part of the system inevitably ripples through others, often in ways we are only just beginning to comprehend. We will also consider the vital principle of sustainability, how we can live in harmony with nature, ensuring that the resources we depend upon today will be available for generations to come. And we shall confront a stark yet essential truth: everything must go somewhere. This simple phrase underscores the reality of waste, pollution, and the lasting impact of our actions on the environment. Join me then as we unravel the wonders of our Earth, from the highest reaches of the atmosphere to the deepest ocean trenches. We will examine the distinct yet interwoven spheres that constitute our world, each with its unique characteristics and critical functions. Understanding these systems is not merely an academic pursuit. It is a vital step towards appreciating the preciousness of our planet and recognizing our responsibility to protect it. The story of Earth is a story of constant change, of resilience, and of breathtaking beauty. Let us begin to read its chapters together. Our journey commences with the atmosphere, that indispensable blanket of gases enveloping our planet. It is a vast, dynamic ocean of air, extending hundreds of kilometers above the surface, a protective shield that makes life possible. Its composition, primarily nitrogen and oxygen, is a delicate balance honed over eons. This precise mixture is constantly churning, the very breath of our world. Without it, Earth would be a barren, lifeless rock, akin to our moon. The atmosphere serves critical functions. It provides oxygen essential for respiration. It acts as a thermal regulator, maintaining temperatures conducive to life. Imagine a world without this warming embrace, a planet of extreme cold. Conversely, it shields us from the sun's harmful ultraviolet radiation. The ozone layer is our primary defender against this invisible threat. Consider the scale and complexity of atmospheric circulation. Driven by the sun, vast currents of air create weather patterns and define climates. These winds transport heat and moisture, distributing vital resources globally. Hurricanes, breezes, and rain, all manifestations of the atmosphere in motion. This gaseous envelope is structured in distinct layers. The troposphere, closest to the surface, is where our weather occurs. Above it lies the stratosphere, home to the protective ozone layer. Higher still, the mesosphere, thermosphere, and exosphere mark the transition to space. Now let us turn our attention to another of Earth's vital components, the hydrosphere. This encompasses all the water on our planet, in its various forms: liquid, solid, and gas. From the vast, deep oceans that cover more than 2/3 of Earth's surface, to the shimmering lakes, flowing rivers, and the hidden groundwater beneath our feet, water is the lifeblood of our world. Even the moisture held within the atmosphere, as clouds and vapor, and the ice locked away in glaciers and polar caps, are part of this dynamic system. It is a realm of constant movement, transformation, and profound influence. The sheer abundance of water on Earth is remarkable, setting our planet apart in the known cosmos. This water is not static. It is perpetually engaged in the grand hydrological cycle, a continuous process of evaporation, transpiration, condensation, precipitation, and runoff. Solar energy powers this immense system, lifting water from the oceans and land surfaces into the atmosphere, where it forms clouds. These clouds, carried by winds, eventually release their moisture as rain or snow, replenishing terrestrial and aquatic systems, and ultimately returning to the oceans, completing the cycle. This ceaseless circulation is fundamental to life. Water's unique properties make it exceptionally suited to supporting life. It is a universal solvent, capable of dissolving more substances than any other liquid, which allows it to transport essential nutrients to living cells and carry away waste products. Its high specific heat capacity means it can absorb and release large amounts of heat with only a slight change in its own temperature, thereby moderating Earth's climate and preventing extreme temperature fluctuations, particularly in coastal regions. The oceans, in particular, act as enormous heat reservoirs, influencing global weather patterns and climate stability. The hydrosphere plays a crucial role in shaping the very surface of our planet. The relentless power of rivers carves canyons and valleys, transporting vast quantities of sediment that build up deltas and floodplains. Coastal erosion by waves and currents continually reshapes shorelines. Glaciers, great rivers of ice, sculpt mountains and gouge out fjords. Even the slow, persistent seeping of groundwater can dissolve rock, forming intricate cave systems. We now delve into the lithosphere, the solid, rocky outer shell of our planet. This is the very ground beneath our feet, the foundation upon which continents are built and oceans rest. It comprises the Earth's crust and the uppermost part of the mantle, extending to a depth of, on average, about 100 kilometers. Though it may appear static and unyielding to our everyday perception, the lithosphere is, in fact, a realm of immense dynamism, constantly being shaped and reshaped by powerful geological forces operating over vast timescales. The lithosphere is not a single unbroken shell. Instead, it is fragmented into a mosaic of tectonic plates, colossal slabs of rock that float upon the semi-molten asthenosphere beneath. These plates are in constant slow motion, driven by convection currents within the mantle. Where plates converge, mountains are thrust upwards, like the majestic Himalayas, born from the collision of the Indian and Eurasian plates. Where they diverge, new crust is formed as magma rises from below, as seen along mid-ocean ridges. And where they slide past each other, enormous stresses build up, eventually released as earthquakes. This theory of plate tectonics provides a unifying framework for understanding many of Earth's most dramatic geological phenomena. It explains the distribution of volcanoes, which are often found along plate boundaries where magma can find pathways to the surface. It accounts for the formation of island arcs, deep ocean trenches, and the very configuration of continents and ocean basins. The Earth's surface is a dynamic puzzle, its pieces constantly shifting, creating the varied landscapes we inhabit. It is a process of continual renewal and transformation. The rocks and minerals that constitute the lithosphere are the raw materials from which soils are formed, providing the substrate for terrestrial plant life. Weathering, the physical and chemical breakdown of rocks by wind, water, ice, and biological activity, gradually liberates minerals and creates smaller particles. Chapter 4. The Realm of Life, the Biosphere. We now arrive at the Biosphere, the vibrant, life-sustaining layer of our planet where all known living organisms exist. It encompasses all regions of earthland, water, and air inhabited by life. From ocean trenches to mountain peaks, the Biosphere showcases life's adaptability. It is a complex web of ecosystems, each with unique communities. The Biosphere is characterized by an astonishing diversity of life forms. This biodiversity results from billions of years of evolution. Each species plays a role in its ecosystem, contributing to the Biosphere's resilience. The intricate relationships create a dynamic balance. Energy flows through the Biosphere, primarily from the sun. Producers capture solar energy through photosynthesis. This energy is transferred through food webs as consumers feed. Decomposers break down dead matter, returning nutrients to the soil and water. This cyclical flow of energy and nutrients is fundamental to life. Ecosystems vary enormously, depending on climate, geography, and resources. Tropical rainforests support an unparalleled richness of species. Deserts host organisms uniquely adapted to conserve water. Coral reefs teem with marine life in shallow, sunlit waters. Arctic and alpine regions are home to specialized flora and fauna. Chapter 5. The Frozen Realm, Earth's Cryosphere. Our exploration now takes us to the Cryosphere, the frozen water part of the Earth system. This includes all forms of ice and snow found on our planet, the vast ice sheets of Antarctica and Greenland, mountain glaciers, sea ice floating on polar oceans, permafrost, permanently frozen ground in high-latitude regions, and seasonal snow cover. Though often perceived as static and remote, the cryosphere is a dynamic and critically important component of the global climate system, with far-reaching influences on sea level, ocean circulation, and Earth's energy balance. The great ice sheets of Greenland and Antarctica represent the largest reservoirs of fresh water on Earth. These colossal masses of ice, kilometers thick in places, have accumulated over thousands of years from compacted snowfall. They hold so much water that if they were to melt entirely, global sea levels would rise dramatically, inundating coastal cities and ecosystems worldwide. The stability of these ice sheets is a key concern in a warming world, as even partial melting can have significant consequences. Mountain glaciers, found in high-altitude regions across the globe, from the Himalayas to the Andes, are also vital components of the cryosphere. They act as natural reservoirs, storing water as ice during colder periods and releasing it as meltwater during warmer seasons. This meltwater feeds rivers that provide essential water resources for drinking, agriculture, and hydroelectric power for millions of people downstream. The retreat and disappearance of mountain glaciers due to rising global temperatures threaten these water supplies and increase the risk of glacial lake outburst floods. Sea ice, which forms from the freezing of seawater in polar regions, plays a crucial role in regulating Earth's climate. Its bright white surface reflects a significant amount of incoming solar radiation back into space, a phenomenon known as the albedo effect. This helps to keep the polar regions cool and influences global temperature patterns. As sea ice melts due to warming, darker ocean water is exposed, which absorbs more solar radiation, leading to further warming and more ice melt, a positive feedback loop that accelerates Arctic warming. Permafrost, the perennially frozen ground found in Arctic and subarctic regions, as well as high-altitude areas, covers a substantial portion of the Earth's land surface. It contains vast amounts of organic carbon, trapped in frozen soils for thousands of years. As permafrost thaws due to rising temperatures, this organic matter begins to decompose, releasing greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere. Chapter 6. The Human Sphere, the Anthroposphere and Our Impact. The Anthroposphere is the part of the environment made or modified by humans. It includes our cities, agricultural lands, industries, and transportation networks. Our activities have transformed landscapes, altered climates, and impacted ecosystems. The rise of the Anthroposphere has led to significant biodiversity loss, pollution, and climate change. Sustainable practices are essential to mitigate these impacts and ensure a balanced future. Outro our journey through the Earth's magnificent spheres: the life-giving atmosphere, the vital hydrosphere, the solid lithosphere, the vibrant biosphere, the sensitive cryosphere, and the impactful anthroposphere, reveals a world of breathtaking complexity and profound interconnectedness. We have seen how these systems interact, sustain life, and are in turn shaped by it. The intricate dance of elements, energy, and organisms creates the unique conditions that make our planet a haven for life in the vastness of space. This understanding brings with it a sense of awe, but also a clear and undeniable responsibility. The evidence is unequivocal. Human activities, the defining feature of the Anthroposphere, are now exerting unprecedented pressure on these natural systems. Climate change, Biodiversity loss, pollution, and resource depletion are not abstract threats. They are tangible realities that affect us all and will profoundly shape the future for generations to come. But despair is not an option, nor is it a constructive response. Instead, the knowledge we gain from environmental science empowers us. It illuminates the path towards solutions, towards a more sustainable and equitable relationship with our planet. The power to protect our world lies within each of us, and collectively within our societies. It begins with awareness, with understanding the principles we have discussed. It translates into conscious choices in our daily lives, how we consume, how we travel, how we dispose of waste. It extends to advocating for policies that prioritize environmental health, supporting sustainable businesses, and educating ourselves and others. Let us embrace our role not merely as inhabitants of this planet, but as its thoughtful custodians. The future of Earth, in all its wondrous diversity, depends on the wisdom and compassion we bring to this crucial task. Let us act, and act now, for the well-being of all life.